Okay, just return to your normal breathing now. When we did the sight, we did looking at colors, but we didn't do hearing. Let's take a minute to see what you hear in the room around you. What sounds or lack of sounds? Can you hear silence? Does silence even have a hearing component? Be aware of any little noise. And then bring your attention back. Move your tongue around in your mouth. You're generating some saliva. Swallow. And once you got some, see what you taste like. I always think of taste as being something we eat. What do you taste like inside your mouth? Don't judge it. Be aware that you have a taste. And lastly, let's see if we can feel. Sometimes it's easier to feel on your face the slightest breeze on your cheek. And you feel a little bit of breeze in the room. Any slight, a hair perhaps. And then we'll let that feeling go. Come back. We're going to be standing up in a few minutes and doing some movement. We can either do this standing up or in a chair. If you want to be in a chair, as I was saying before, it's best to have no arms in your chair so that you can move your arms, not a high arm chair. I'm going to be asking you to, and I was in these past exercises, to imagine things, because I'm trying to get us out of our head and into our bellies. We spend so much time in our heads. And what I want to do is to pull, if we can pull that energy into our bellies, it's much more accessible to us. We're much more able to use the energy that we're building. And it gives our poor brain a break. So we're going to be doing some physical movements with energy. And if you can't feel it, you can't feel it, no big deal. Your body's still experiencing it. And, anybody can imagine. We're all pretty good at imagining things. So use your imagination. And a lot of times the body doesn't know the difference. So I invite you, I'm going to stand up so you can see more what I'm doing. You're welcome to stand, you're welcome to sit. And let's see if I need to move the computer maybe back just a little bit so you can kind of at least see me. I apologize, my room's not big enough to move very far back. Yeah, that'll do. The first thing we're going to do is just rock. Back and forth. The body loves to rock. You know how babies, we rock the babies to soothe them. We love to rock people in rocking chairs, but we don't do this. We get really anxious. We grab a cup of coffee, or we don't just stand and rock. Now go side to side. Not a big movement. We're not building muscles. We're calming our nervous system. Back and forth. And let's go counterclockwise, making a little circle. Kind of like you're screwing this corkscrew into the ground. screwing down. I feel good to rock. I can feel the energy kind of coming up for me. And then going the other way and around. Okay. Let's let that kind of come back to stillness here. Let's do some clearings. So this, we just stretch up as high as you want. Again, these aren't aerobics. And then we're bringing down the light from above, down through our heads, shoulders, down through the front of our body, solar plexus down, all the way down to the ground. So what we're doing is taking all the sludge and dark energy, used up energy that's inside our body, pushing it down, push it down, push. I can almost feel pushing. We're going through the front of the body, pushing all the way down to the ground. And then grab up the grounding energy and we're getting into the heavens. And bring the light energy down front of your body. See if you can imagine light coming in above your hands and used up stale energy below your hands. Now we're going to do the same thing for the middle of the body, the middle organs. Your arms can come back a little bit, can't go too far. Think of your brain, you're washing your brain. Some people call this wash organs. Your heart, your lungs, belly, your intestines, down through your muscles, down through the earth. And we're going to do that 2 more times. I didn't say this, and of course, any way you're breathing is fine, but it's helpful to inhale up just because we're expanded and exhale down. Now we're going to do the back of the body, and of course, we can't get our hands back there, so you're going to have your hands in the same position, but visualize the back of your body as you reach up and bring air and clear energy through your brain stem, down through the back of your lungs, the small of your back, the kidneys, your bottom, all the way down, touch the ground, bring it back up. Do this 3 times. I've lost count. You might put your hands on your solar plexus, kind of above your navel, below your ribs. Enjoy that energy swirling around in you. Now we'll do some more movement of energy. You can't see my feet, but I think you'll be able to figure out what I'm doing. We're going to go forward. This is my right hand, and I think I'm mirroring you, but on some computers that's not true. So whatever hand you want to put up, you're going to step forward and push, step back. And go sideways and push. Follow your hand with your eye, step back. Back to center. Behind you and look and push. And back to center. And we're going to add a sound with this because what we're doing is pushing. So we're going to shh. So shh. To center. Sideways. Shh. Look at your hand. Back to center. Behind. Shh. Okay, we're going to do that a few times. You get the feel for it. You do this at your own pace. If you get mixed up, just look at me and follow along. But there's no right or wrong way to do this. We're simply building chi. Shh. 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 One more time on this side. Shh. 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 Okay. Take a deep breath and we're going to go to the other side. As you can tell, we're doing pushing in the different directions. We're building chi from the north, south, east, and west. We're not doing up and down yet. We will. Shh. Might be a little bit different on this side. We feel different. We do differently on different sides. Shh. Our bodies aren't always aligned. Shh. Forward. Shh. Back. Side. Shh. Back. Behind. Shh. Shh. One more on this side. Shh. 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 Now, will you get confused if you try to do both sides? We're going to do it forward, forward, side, side, back, back. Okay? Shh. Take a breath back here. Shh. Let's do a couple more of these. I got mixed up. I think I'm going back. Okay, one more that I don't screw up. Okay, let's just stop and clear the energy there and take a breath. We're building energy, so we have a couple more of those to do. And the next one, we're pushing and pulling energy again. I just saw my earring laying there. I thought, oh, I forgot my earring. No, this is a different time. That's why my earring's there. What we're going to be doing, I'm going to start on my right again, although I usually start on my left, but it's your left, I think. Putting one foot just a little bit ahead of the other. And then we're going to throw out our arms, kind of like throwing out, the tablecloth for the picnic. And then you pull back in the energy through your solar plexus. You're pulling it right through here. So you can make this as big as you like, or you can make it a real gentle. But what we're doing is throwing out, and then make your hands into little cups, pull back the energy, and pull it through you. Do this at your own pace with your breath. Inhale, exhale, and pull. And you can do it slowly. Another way of doing this is to push the energy. So you're taking your energy, you're pushing it, and then pull it back through you. So do a couple of those just to tell the difference and see which kind you like best. Push, pull, push, pull. I like throwing better, which is probably why I did it first. Okay, let's come back. We got to do the other side. So let's do a little of both. Let's do just throwing and pulling first. And if you made the other one big and fast, you might want to make this one slow and little. Either way. Be sure you cup your hands as you come back. Right, yeah. You're going to scoop that energy through your solar plexus around the back. I do this every morning just to get going. And I don't usually do the pushes, but let's do a couple pushes. Okay, let's let that settle into us now. A few little shoulder rolls. That was some work with our shoulders. We have one more thing we're going to do before we sit down. And this is in Qigong, what they call radiant lotus. My yoga teacher always called it delivering pizza to the penthouse, but it's another with our arms. And what we're doing is watch me first because I can get confused. We're bringing our arm back and follow it with your eyes, your arm back. Then you bend your knees as you reach out, turn your hand, grab the energy towards you, bring it around. Your little finger is facing you, and your little finger's on the outside, and comes down. Want to try it? We're going to reach back and reach back. Look at your hand behind you, out in front. Bend your knees. You don't have to bend a whole lot. Turn around, scoop in some of that good fresh energy. Then you're going to swirl it over your head if you can, in front of you if you can, wherever your arm will go. And then we're returning it back to the earth. Let's do that again. Back behind you. Scoop. Little finger on the outside if you can do it. Little finger towards you. If this doesn't make sense to you, just wave your arms around. You're getting some good energy here. Back, forward, scoop. And down to the earth. One more on this side. back down to there. Okay, now do you think the other side learned how to do it from that side? Do you think the other side can do it? Let's see. Hand goes back behind you and you look at it. Go out in front, turn it, scoop it in, and around and back to there. Just let that settle. Do you think you can do both sides at once? You can't look behind both ways at once. So just bring your arms back. And we're going forward. Turn them over, grab the energy, and can both arms swirl around? And good, and come back. All right, good for you. Back, forward, scoop. Again, it's all through the solar plexus. Give it sky energy. This kind of fun. Let's do one with these. Back down. Okay. I think it's time. This is the end of our, the end of our exercise. I'm in Florida. It's really hot. The end of our exercises that we'll be standing up. But before we sit down, let's just bring in some collections. So, you know what Qigong calls collection is just bringing in the energy and packing it into our solar plexus. Three collections into our solar plexus. You know, you can also do these kind of collections out in sunlight. I like to do them in the morning when the sun is about the same height as I am on the horizon, because then it's kind of hitting my forehead, and just absorb the sun. Just try to bring in the sun, and you can bring it all through your body. You don't have to do anything. You're just standing there. You're getting infused with light. And you can do it, as Kate and I know, with stars. You can do it with starlight, to just go out at night with stars or moon and just absorb starlight. So this might be a good time to take a drink of water, to come back to seated. That's the extent. I said we weren't doing any aerobic exercises, but that's the extent of our standing. So I'm going to ask you to make some noises with me now. Some people call this chanting, but chanting's wonderful and has a lot of wonderful connotations. It's actually just vibration. What we're wanting to do, everything vibrates. Our body's always vibrating. And what we want to do is to vibrate the way we want to vibrate and not have our heads going crazy all the time. We want to have the vibration where we want it. So let's just start. We'll be vibrating the energy centers of the body. Let's just start with a couple of deep sighs to get some, and you guys are going to be able to hear you. That's why you're not muted. So sigh. Okay. That feels kind of good. We should do that more often, probably, too.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to make some sounds with me? We'll start at the very bottom of our spine, the root energy center. The color usually associated with this is red. And the sound that's associated with it is a deep guttural sound, like, so we're going to make that sound 3 times, okay?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. Oh, and I should mention I have a really big mouth. And if I make this sound a lot longer than you do, don't try to force yourself, just make it at your own pace and wait for us all to get back and join in. Just breathe at your normal rate. I've been doing this a long time and I really can get into it sometimes. Okay, we have 2 more to go. Normal breath. We move up into our belly. The color is orange. And the sound is O.
It's what?
O.
Okay.
O. O-H. Oh, or just O. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Moving up to the solar plexus. The sound is, the color is yellow and the sound is ha. People use all different sounds for this. You may be used to doing these with different sounds. These are just the sounds that I use. Basically, we're just trying to get the energy centers as open as we can. So we're going to use ha in the solar plexus with the color, imagining the color yellow. Ready?
Mhm.
Another way of doing the solar plexus is to pump it, like the fire breath in yoga. So yeah, so like Heather says, it's ha, ha,
Ha,
ha,
ha,
ha. You're breathing in, ha, 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 ha,
ha,
ha,
ha, ha,
ha,
ha,
ha. I knew you'd get me laughing. Okay, that's another way of pumping it. We move up to our heart. The color's green, and the sound is ah. It's a little bit higher. Green in your heart. Ah. See if you can feel your heart expanding up through your chest. The throat is sort of the blue indigo, and well, no, the throat is blue. I think the eyebrow center will be indigo. So the throat is kind of blue, and it's E. We're trying to open our throats. We want to speak our truth. We want an open energy center here. So ready? Take a deep breath. E. Take a deep breath. Go up to the eyebrow center. The color is an indigo blue, dark blue, and the sound is I. Ready? Take a deep breath. Lastly, we have the crown chakra on the top of our head, the energy center. People do different things for this. I like to continue hitting it. You don't need to. Little fingers, peck at it a little bit. And the sound is like this. Ning, ning, ning. Okay, you want to do that? Ning, 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 okay, let's let that go. Now just feel the energy now flowing through your body. Your body is now pretty open. And energy is pretty flowing. You can feel it in your hands.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can take that energy and put it on any part of your body that kind of hurts a little bit or that needs, like my neck always needs extra attention. Feeling that energy throughout your body. And I think what I'm going to do now is ask you to mute just in case there is any noise, because we're going to do, if you want to, do a guided meditation. If you're, some people don't like meditation, guided meditations. If you prefer to just have it silent, you can do that on your own. Just turn off, just mute me. But you can also listen to the guided meditation. It's going to be about 10, 12 minutes of a guided meditation. And you're welcome to lie down if you'd like to. This is a meditation that really lends itself to lying down. I'm going to sit up because I have to do the meditation, but if you want to lie down, feel free. Tell your body that you're just going to be very still and quiet, and ask your body not to move for the next 10 or 12 minutes. Close your eyes, go inside. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths. If anybody can't hear me, unmute and holler. Otherwise, I'll stay at this pace. Just breathe. You're lying on your left side. and you're in a very deep sleep. You're very, very comfortable, very cozy. You're in kind of a soft, it almost feels like you're surrounded by some sort of stuffing or bedding, soft, soft padding around you. You're totally relaxed, asleep, and you're very, very happy. You're aware of a slight shifting of your surroundings. The padding around you is beginning to shift slightly, and you feel a little moisture. It feels very good when you absorb the moisture. And you're still very relaxed, but your body is starting to tingle. Your right side is starting to tingle a little bit. It's to be an expanding of your body on the right side. It doesn't itch, it's not unpleasant, but you notice that a thin little tendril is coming up through your right side. A little tendril coming through your right side. And just as you become aware of this, you notice that your left side is also kind of expanding and tingling. There are little filaments coming out of your left side. Very strange, but it's not unpleasant. You lie there and feel the sensations of expanding, pushing down through your left side and up through your right side. The tendril is pushing upwards. You feel good. It feels like a stretching. There's more and more moisture around you, and you're glad. It relaxes you and you stretch more and absorb the moisture. There's no effort on your part. Your surroundings are receiving the tendrils from your body. You need only relax and let it happen. And you are very happy. Perhaps this goes on for days, maybe weeks. You don't know. You are content and happy as your body expands and pushes in both directions. You absorb and grow, and you are very comfortable and very relaxed. And one day, the darkness fades, and you notice light. There is light above you, and your tendril is reaching towards the light. A beautiful golden light. It's like a magnet. The light pulls you, and the strong tendril grows stronger and pulls towards the light. It's like you already know each other, the light and you. You are happy. the golden light and more moisture. You notice the moisture now is actually become raindrops. They grow into your body. You draw in and you notice that there are small little protrusions on the little tendrils that are coming out of you. They kind of itch a little protrusions. And you kind of wonder, but you're happy. And they seem to drink the raindrops. And you do nothing. And the protrusions unfurl. And you notice that they are leaves, happily drinking the water, happily dancing in the sunshine. You're amazed, but you're pleased. They're beautiful. Then you notice more protrusions on the tendril. These are bigger. There's several tendrils, several protrusions on each, and these really do itch. And you can't help but notice them, and they're growing. They're growing a lot. And you wonder if they might burst. And they do. They do into a dizzying array of nodding, dancing flowers. What color are your flowers? Can you see your flowers? Is their fragrance just maybe barely noticeable to you? Can you smell your flowers? Your very essence is dug down into the earth in your roots and exploded above ground in beautiful flowers and leaves. Take a few moments to just enjoy this state of being, perfectly content, nothing to do but experience. You're so very happy, so very full of the golden sun, so in love with the earth, with the rain, so full of joy and peace. So happy. And I'm going to ask you now to open your eyes for a minute, to notice the room around you, and then to close your eyes again. And notice the floor beneath you or the chair beneath you. Be aware of where you are. And then allow your eyes to open for the final time. And if you're lying down and you feel like it, can you make your way up to a seated position? And once your feet are on the ground, stamp your feet up and down a little bit on the ground while you're seated or standing. Just to bring back groundedness, to be back here. Sorry to take away this sensation, but we're almost out of time. And I do want to do a quick little grounding. just to get us back into our bodies, because that's where we live. So inhale and raise your hand. As you exhale, bring it down the center of your body. Inhale by laying it in your lap. Inhale. This is the other arm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. Do this a few times at your own pace. Think of bringing all the energy out of your head down into your belly. And when you feel centered, just be aware of your breath. Or maybe you can, I was going to do some tapping, but we really don't have time. Maybe you can do a quick body scan. Again, starting at your head, seeing what you see, feel what you feel in your body. And I hope that you're feeling much, much more clean energy, much lighter. And I thank you for taking this time to be with me. You can unmute. And I put in the chat box, I think some of you have it, but I put in the chat box, those are just YouTubes, that if you like these kind of exercises, I've done several YouTubes for Bounty and Soul on these kinds of things. It's focusing and bringing in light and mindfulness, sort of things. I'll probably do more, but they're on YouTube, and those are the links to the YouTube if you liked this. And
Him on the chat.
Pardon, Kate?
I don't see him on the chat.
You don't? Nobody.
No,
I don't either.
They're on my chat.
Hit send.
I'll put them on again. Do you see them now?
There they are.
Yeah, now I see him.
Yeah,
Great.
awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you for spending this. You can put back on your pants, put back on whatever you took off.
Thanks, Carla. Thank you so
Sharing.
much.
Go
Very
back to
sweet.
the back to our normal life, hopefully with some full energy.
Thank you very, very much. I feel a lot lighter.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Me
And thank
too.
you for coming. I
Thank
know
you
this
so
is a
much.
difficult time, but that's when they do it.
Perfect.
Bye, everybody.
Wonderful.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much,
Bye.
Carla.
You're
Good
welcome.
night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.